Hey guys, it's Austin-Sensei here, and I know, I'm actually still covering SAO. I told you guys, but some of you didn't pick that message up. But anyway, so, as I usually put, if you paid attention to my Twitter, now I have the community actual tab up, I will be able to actually, inform you more. But anyways, pay attention to that community tab once in a while. I will have news and information on there. But anyway, so I'm going to talk a little bit previously about the other episodes I missed, and obviously episode 4 was just spectacular, and it seems every 4 episodes, as I predicted, are going to be just big and crazy and amazing, and I'm kind of happy I predicted that. But anyway, so going through the past episodes of what happened, we learn about, Alicization. I know I can't pronounce it for anything. I know someone's going to try to correct me, that's just how it is, but anyways, we learned the actual mission behind it, basically to make this perfect AI that will be a soldier and will kill without, no problem. And I'm like, oh, of course. And I already knew this stuff because, I read ahead, and this is what I usually do. And I do like this arc. And it's sad that this is its final arc, even though people don't want it to be, but we always have SAO progressive. But I'll explain what that is at the end. But anyway, so we see Kirito and Eugeo actually starting to build themselves up to be like swordsmen, and they actually won the sword fighting tournament. We see the whole world kind of be put to how it works. Basically, the more courage you have to win, the stronger you're going to be, and the less of the level you are, the higher the item is. You won't be able to pick it up because it's heavier, and vice versa. If you have a higher level, the item's going to be very light. But Lena, she's pretty hot. Lena, I'm going to call her Lena, but anyways, we see Kirito has a garden, which plays a part in this episode, but that's kind of what's been going on. And Kirito's sword, just that new sword from the demon tree is just really nice looking. But anyway, starting off with the episode, we see Kirito at the arena. Of course, from the previous episode, he kind of by mistake threw mud on Zolo, and Zolo's kind of this cocky person, and that's just who he is, as we saw in the previous episode. But we see that Lena actually tells Kirito Zolo's secret, his family's secret, about soak this sword in the blood of the mighty. Doing so will make their power your own, kind of thing. And this kind of made me laugh a little because it reminded me of like the time I was reincarnated as a slime, or how orcs are in the fantasy world. They actually will eat their own kind or anyone to make them stronger. And it's kind of, I like that kind of thing, I guess. It's quite interesting. But anyways, we see that Zola has all this experience even before he was in this academy doing these duels. And we see Kirito's sword again. And that, I really like the art style on that thing. It just, makes it really good looking. And of course, people underestimate Kirito. Once again, I'm like, don't do that. We learned somehow Kirito pulls out, just somehow he wins. But Zolo is starting off with his secret, skill right away out of the bat. And I'm just like, oh boy, he's a real cocky son of a gun, isn't he? And Kirito counters it. Well, more or less stops it to the point, and we see Kirito's sword start to glow, and it's all these energies go into his sword, and it starts to grow. And I thought that was just beautifully executed with the animation and everything. It was just beautiful overall. But we see that after Kirito actually lands a hit on him, slices his clothing, and after they were gonna back off and do it for another strike, and of course sadly Kirito couldn't finish it, and it was made a draw, even though I think Kirito in that sense is the winner since he did get a scratch. That's personally how I see it, but as I said, Kirito wins no matter what. Just that's how it is. But anyways, we see basically Kirito keep his promise to Lena about how he's gonna show her he's gonna go all out for her to see his full potential. And we see after Lena invites Kirito and Eugeo to her room to celebrate after, and we have a very touching moment in my opinion. And Lena talks about her family sword skill, how it's basically forbidden to pass down because her family upsetted the emperor, previous emperor, or the current emperor. I don't quite remember that well, but I know people are gonna get a little upset about that, but oh well. Kirito actually being able to counter that skill that Zolo stole from her gave her inspiration that she could actually beat him, and happiness to be his mentor. And I'm like, that's a touching moment that we didn't see that much in the second season. I'm not a big fan of the second season of SEO. I like the beginning. It's just I think it could have been better executed, but people hate on it like it's the worst anime ever, and I agree to a point. That second season shouldn't have been praised as much as the first season. But going back to the episode, we see now after the two rich guys that I don't really like go to Kirito's garden and ruin it and give one of the flowers to Kirito, and basically we learn the meaning behind these flowers and how they kind of are grown in this foreign soil that it's not supposed to, and it kind of represents Kirito in a way, about how he's struggling to be away from good old Asuna and his friends, and how he's kind of on his own and starting from scratch. And I like, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. Kind of made me go, wow, there's some feels in this, even in gardening. But anyways, we see a strange voice call out to Kirito, basically to calm him down and tell him that he still has a way to do it. And we see the garden start to glow up, and he, uses their energy to replant the Zavalas, and it's quite interesting that he's actually grown these for himself and good old Lena. And it was just a beautiful scene, just like the fight previously. It's just, the animation was on point. It made you feel. It really did, and I just love this episode. But continuing on to the next day, of course, we see Zolo and Lena at the final. Well, they are the finalists, and it doesn't really surprise me because they're both really strong people, and I know people won't agree with me, but I think Lena's stronger than Kirito. But that doesn't stay for long because, like Yuki, he's still stronger. He's Goku, basically. That's how I see him. But seeing that Lena actually trying to use Kirito's technique that he used previously against Zolo when he used his, and kind of mimicking him, it kind of made me realize that Lena really trusts Kirito, and that friendship they have between them and that connection is just a very beautiful thing. And I just thought it was, I don't know why, I know I'm weird, I guess, for liking that scene so much, but it just it's showing that Kirito actually has an effect around the people that he has, and we don't see that. It's actually a 3D world instead of a 2D world. I know that's kind of weird saying about an anime, but it doesn't show that the world's just bland. And I can respect that, but going after, of course, Lena beats Zolo, and she wins, and I was just really happy for her. And Kirito, after, gave, flowers that he grew for her, and they kind of go on their own way, and we see Kirito and Yuji became mentors. And I thought that was hilarious, Kirito being a higher up, and of course he was slacking off just to get food again, and I thought that was just a beautiful moment. But we leave off at the end with Kirito and Yuji remembering their main mission to get Alice back, and it's just seeing Yuji in that uniform. I know that people are like, oh, why is it so special? That's his actual uniform that he's supposed to be in, but that's not his armor set, more or less, but that's his uniform, I guess, to explain it. But I thought this episode was really well done, and the previous episodes were really well done, and just seeing every 4 episodes of the anime kind of being that great, it just brings back the memories when, like, season 1, how great it was, and just, I'm happy with the season so far. I hope they don't go too far up. I know they have cut around stuff, and I know people were upset about previously the last episode missing, well, I don't think it was the episode before that, which was episode 6, if I'm not mistaken, but cutting out that bromance between Yujo and Kirito, and it's not necessarily needed, I guess, because if you don't know, Kirito and Yujo, they're bros. It's just one of the best relationships I've seen too in anime or a manga in a while. But going to the thing I promised I would talk to you guys about, which is SEO Progressive, basically the author did come out and kind of did agree that his first work wasn't his best, and he wanted to rewrite it and go in more detail. And I highly recommend picking up the manga because it's a good read, but overall, this third season, is pretty good. And this episode, I thought it was just really well done. And I know I'm not doing every episode because it's going to be a 50 episode plus anime, and sometimes there's certain episodes that kind of give you a lot of information, and I already know that information. I know it's kind of weird to say that, but just understand, and I'm going to just do these kind of reviews for this, but I'm obviously going to continue with Rascal and good old Slime, but honestly, I enjoy this anime. It's amazing they are keeping true to it and haven't gone crazily off yet, because I know people were complaining about the YouTube thing. I'm just think about Overlord. They cut out a very important portion of it, and it kind of really did ruin it. But people will defend that. But anyways, guys, did you like this episode? I did. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know I wish I could cover every episode, but it's kind of good to have that breather between weeks, because I know currently I'm going to be able to only post Slime's review, and the other two with Rascal and my sister, my writer, I won't be able to post because I'm going to be very busy on that. So I'm giving you that little heads up. But anyways, guys, I will see you later. This is Austin-Sensei. Sign out. Peace.